Hi, my name's Liam Rogers and I'm the director of TEDx Kingston Upon Thames. The good thing about TED and TEDx is that people know what the brand is. If you've seen a TED video, if you've seen a TEDx talk on YouTube, you're pretty well versed about what the idea of the event is. So the challenge really was just bringing the event to the area. So Kingston Upon Thames in London, it's the first time it's ever happened here. So it's just putting that TEDx and Kingston Upon Thames together and bringing the idea to the town. When we launched the first big event, we had already put on a smaller event for 100 people, but this was the first flagship event, which was for in a venue of attendees of up to 900 people. So really the challenge was scaling up from 100 to 900. But we also had a specific challenge because we sold the tickets through the box office for the theatre, and that meant that we didn't get any access to any of the names or email addresses of the attendees, which is fine because if they turned up, they turned up. We just wanted an audience to be there to listen to the talks. But it meant that for future events, how are we going to contact them other than using social media? So when Joyce approached us about the possibility of having an app, it was at just the right time when I was thinking, well, actually, this might be a great way for us on the day when people have already turned up to the event to convince them it would be a good idea to download our app, and then we have a direct way of contacting them on the day itself, but then subsequently once the event is over. So it allowed us to bridge that gap that we in some ways lost by not having the attendee information before the event. So in that respect, it worked really well. So when it came to our 2020 event, we had actually solved the problem of not being able to stay in contact with our attendees. So therefore, this time the app took on a sort of new life. We used it in our 2020 event for more audience interaction. We decided, because of the app, that we decided not to have any printed material at the event, both to save a bit of money, but also to save the environment in some capacity. But we used the app for the running order of the day. We used it for all the details of all the speakers and the performances. We also used it directly for audience feedback, for them to ask us questions, both on the day of the event that we then used live during the event, but then feedback for post-event about how they thought the event went. So in some ways, the app became this little hub of information on the day of the event. Working with Joyce and the tech team has been seamless throughout and helpful. If anything, Joyce came to us with the idea of an app, and for a lot of people it just seems like a sort of luxury that they can't see what their purpose would be of. But Joyce came to us with almost a solution to the challenge that at the time we were facing, and then shed light on all the other things that we could do with it, focused on the events themselves. So throughout, Joyce has been really helpful in explaining all of the features that you could do with it. But the beauty of the app that we have is I can actually update it myself, and then with Joyce's help and the tech team's help, we can do more with it than we did when we first started.